Hello and welcome to the Entrant. The topic for today's discussion is the Preamble of the Indian Constitution. This topic holds great importance when it comes to questions asked in competitive exams. Before delving into the subject matter, let us understand what the Preamble is. The Preamble serves as an introduction to the Constitution. It embodies the vision, noble ideas of the makers of the Constitution and the basic philosophy on which the Constitution is based. The idea of the preamble was borrowed from the Constitution of the United States. The ideals behind the preamble to India's Constitution were laid down by Jawaharlal Nehru's Objectives Resolution, adopted by the Constituent Assembly on January 22, 1947. In the Ray Barugari case, 1960, the Supreme Court has said that the preamble to the Constitution is a key to open the mind of the makers and shows the general purpose for which they made the several provisions in the Constitution. It declares the great rights and freedoms which the people of India intended to secure to all citizens and the basic type of government and polity which was to be established. Moving on, the preamble has various components. Therefore, we can roughly divide it into four parts. First, where the source of authority of the Constitution has been stated. It declares in unambiguous terms that it is the people of India who have adopted, enacted and given to themselves the Constitution. Second, where the nature of the Indian state has been described. India is to be of a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republican polity. Third, where objectives that India should aspire to. It tells that we must achieve justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. And lastly, the date of enforcement of the Constitution. November 26, 1949 is the historic day when we adopted and enacted our Constitution. However, the Constitution came into force on 26th of January 1950. Moving on, the preamble describes India in 5 terms. First, sovereign. The term means that India has its own independent authority and it is not a dominion of any other external power. It has a free government which is directly elected by the people of India and makes laws that govern the citizens. Therefore, India is both externally and internally free from the control of any foreign or domestic power. India is not dependent on any outside authority and has a free government which is elected by the people. Second, socialist. The word socialist was inserted by the 42nd Amendment. There was controversy behind the inclusion of the word by many writers. But it has since been held that the concept was already implicit in the Constitution and the amendment merely spells it out clearly. The term in the Indian context means the achievement of socialist ends through democratic means. It holds faith in a mixed economy where both private and public sectors coexist side by side. In D.S. Nakara versus Union of India 1983, the Supreme Court has held that the basic framework of socialism is to provide a decent standard of life to the working people and especially provide security from cradle to grave. Third, secular. Secularism means a state which does not accept any religion as a state religion. But the term holds a different meaning in India. It means that all the religions in India get equal respect, protection and support from the state. It was incorporated in the preamble again by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment 1976. In the case of S.R. Bommai and others versus Union of India 1994, where the validity of the amendment was questioned, the Supreme Court held that secularism is the basic feature of the Constitution. Article 25 to 28 of the Constitution guarantee to every person the freedom of conscience and the right to profess, practice and propagate religion. Fourth, democratic. The term democratic indicates that the Constitution has established a form of government which gets its authority from the will of the people. The rulers are elected and are responsible to the people. The democracy in its broadest sense embraces, in addition to political democracy, also social and economic democracy. The term democratic is used in this very sense in the preamble. The Indian Constitution we have adopted indirect or representative system of the democracy. All adults above the age of 18 have a fundamental right to vote. Fifth, republic. As opposed to a monarchy in which the head of the state is appointed on a hereditary basis for a lifetime or until he abdicates from the throne, a democratic republic is an entity in which the head of the state is elected directly or indirectly for a fixed tenure. The President of India is elected by an electoral college for a term of 5 years. There are four objectives enshrined in the preamble that it secures to every citizen. First, justice. Justice stands for the rule of law, absence of arbitrariness, and a system of equal rights, freedom, and opportunities for all in a society. India seeks economic, social, and political justice to ensure equality to its citizens. Social justice means that the Constitution wants to create a society without discrimination on any grounds like caste, creed, gender, religion, etc. Economic justice means no discrimination can be caused by people on the basis of their wealth, income, and economic status. Every person must be paid equally for an equal position, and all people must get opportunities to earn for their living. Political justice means all people have an equal, free, and fair right without any discrimination to participate in political opportunities. Second, liberty. The term liberty means freedom for the people to choose their way of life, have political views, and behavior in society. Liberty does not mean freedom to do anything. A person can do anything but in the limits set by the law. This establishes that there are no unreasonable restrictions on Indian citizens in terms of what they think, their manner of expression, and the way they wish to follow up their thoughts and action. However, liberty does not mean freedom to do anything, and it must be exercised within the constitutional limits. Third, equality. The term equality means no section of society has any special privileges and all the people have given equal opportunities for everything without any discrimination. Everyone is equal before the law. Equality means absence of privileges or discrimination against any section of the society. The preamble provides for equality of status and opportunity to all the people of the country. The Constitution strives to provide social, economic, and political equality in the country. Fourth, fraternity. Fraternity means feeling of brotherhood. The preamble seeks to promote fraternity among the people, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. It leaves no room for regionalism, communalism, casteism, etc., which hinders the unity of the state. In conclusion, we come to the question, can the preamble be amended under Article 368? This question was asked in the case of Keshavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. But to really understand this question, we first have to look at another case. The preamble was added to the constitution after the rest of the constitution was already enacted. The Supreme Court in the Berubari Union case 1960 held that the preamble is not a part of the constitution. However, it recognized that the preamble could be used as a guiding principle if a term in any article of the constitution is ambiguous or has more than one meaning. But in Keshav Nanda Bharti versus State of Kerala 1973, the Supreme Court rejected the above view and held that the preamble is part of the Constitution and could be amended like any other provision of the Constitution. However, the preamble contains the basic elements of the Constitution and the amending powers cannot be used so as to destroy or damage these basic features. The amending power cannot change the Constitution in such a way that it ceases to be a sovereign democratic republic. It can only be done by wrecking the Constitution. The preamble has been amended only once so far, surprisingly. On 18th of December 1976, during the emergency in India, the Indira Gandhi government pushed through several changes in the 42nd Amendment of the Constitution. Through this amendment, the words socialist and secular were added between the words sovereign and democratic, and the words unity of the nation was changed to unity and integrity of the nation.